Welcome back everyone to another gun build in Modern Warfare. Today we're actually going to be going over a little bit of something different. It's actually really easy to make for a build and doesn't really change the gun a whole lot when it comes to actual handling or anything like that. It'll make it a little bit slower. What I want to talk about is essentially going along something that's a leak for Modern Warfare 2 that you guys have been seeing. If you guys have been keeping up with the actual leaks and stuff like that, we have essentially a leak that we're going to be seeing two guns return from the original Modern Warfare 2, and that is in the form of the ACR assault rifle, known for its absolute laser beam accuracy of having almost like no recoil to it, and actually it just feels really good to use overall. And we also have the iconic sniper rifle, the Intervention. Now I want to go over this because we don't really have the Intervention in Modern Warfare right now. We have the Dragunov, the HDR, AX50, and the Rytec or the Barrett or the Rytec AMR here. And that's really about it when it comes to larger sniper rifles. So obviously we don't really have the Intervention in this game, and we're not going to be getting it. This game's already 3 years old now, so it's kind of past that. But we already do have an ACR in the game, which is kind of funny because a lot of people just never actually built it that way, and I guess they don't really see it like this. But if you do look it up on like Google or YouTube or anything like that, you look at the ACR, it's not going to look exactly the same as the Modern Warfare 2 version, but it's supposed to be more in line with the actual modern, real life version of the ACR or the actual gun. And that is the Kilo 141, the very first assault rifle you start out with. You can build this all with just two attachments to make it to where it looks as accurate as you could possibly get to being the actual modern time counterpart to the ACR. And it has a very, very similar look for the actual body already. All we need to do is go to the barrel. You want to put on the longest one. This is a Singard Arms 19.8 Prowler. You can put that on there, and then you go over to the stock, which you can put on the Singard Arms Sniper Pro, and then there you go. That's your the ACR, which is really crazy, I know. So that's all you really have to do to actually make the ACR rifle. Even you can see even the iron sights are exactly the same as the ACR from Modern Warfare 2, which is really cool. So I think personally, I think we're just going to be getting the ACR in the form of the Kilo again, and maybe name something different, or they're just going to kind of copy and paste it over, maybe with different type of attachments. But we already have the ACR in Modern Warfare right now, and it comes in the form of the Kilo because everyone knows, it was an absolute laser beam and Warzone and all that kind of stuff, and that's for a reason. It's the ACR. So I mean, I'll jump into a game and show you guys how all that stuff works, or how it handles. It's really just going off of those two attachments, and that's how you make the gun right there. Obviously you could put on whatever you want for the rest of the attachments, but the Singard Arms barrel and stock is all you need to actually make it. It's a pretty iconic gun. I guess that's why it has the 141 in there. So it's supposed to be one of the rifles to be using from the 141 task force from the old Modern Warfare games. So it's kind of a throwback, showing you guys that that's one of the guns that are originally there. You see, it melts people already. Everyone knows the Kilo. It's a pretty standard gun. It's like the M4, just slightly different. So it's by far a really good gun, just to be using. There's nothing really wrong with it. So it's really the ACR you can get in the game. I wanted to go over that real quick because a lot of people just don't know that this gun is that gun for some reason. You can also switch it to single fire, obviously. Or 3-round burst, I think, also has that. Yeah. Don't really recommend using a 3-round burst on this gun. But there you go. So yes, that's the Kilo 141, aka the ACR. It's just a really simple build. All you need to put on is the longest barrel and the Singard Arms stock, the one that's or the Sniper Pro, and you got yourself a the ACR. Aside from that, guys, don't really have anything else to really show. It's just gonna be a real quick one this time around. I am excited for Modern Warfare 2 to be coming out. Let me know what you guys think about the game, or if you're actually excited, or you're probably gonna wait for it to actually come out, or they'll show a little bit more. I know a lot of people have not really been liking the last couple of COD games so far. It is definitely a bit of a drag right now, but I'm thinking that obviously from the last two titles, they have plenty to work off of to know, what not to put into the game and what to put into the game. So it's kind of like trial and error right now, or for the last like couple of years now. So yeah, aside from that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.